So 5 days ago, I wake up, pick up my phone, go to Instagram. I know, not the best thing to do as soon as you wake up. And the first thing I see in my feed is a video by LEXUS USA, showcasing their new 2022 LEXUS IS performance. Oh, what a car and what a video, insane. If you haven't seen it, do check it out in the link in the description. Absolutely incredible. I was literally speechless, and it's like filmmaking and editing goals for me. Incredible. And for me, you know, LEXUS holds a special part in my heart because both of my parents had a LEXUS and still own actually one. I have a lot of fond memories, and this is the first car that I learned how to drive. That kind of explains the whole hype around this. The interesting part is that literally a few days before that, I watched a video by Peter McKinnon, who created his own version of the Ford F-150 Raptor commercial. And that got me thinking, you know, what if I do something similar, just a way to practice editing, considering right now we cannot really go out anywhere because of the pandemic. So I actually did some research, I found the press release B-roll of the car, and I got to work. Now before I show you the video, there are two very important things that I need to mention. First of all, this was created purely for educational purposes as a way for me to practice editing and to learn how to storytell. So I do not claim ownership to any of the footage that I used. The rights are reserved to the original owners and creators, who are LEXUS. And secondly, this is a beginner's attempt at creating a car ad. For those of you who have been following me for a while, you know that I started this channel like 6 months ago as a way to teach myself filmmaking. So I do not say that this video is better than the original. In fact, it's far away from being as cool as the original, in my opinion. This is just my edit and my vision. So enjoy the ride. The car, the music, the epicness. Oh my god, did I actually make that? My god, I still cannot believe it. Like, I watched it 1,000 times, goosebumps every single time. Like, it turned out so cool for beginner standards. Oh my god. And what really makes the difference and sells it all is the music. Now, when I started making this video, I knew that I wanted a very suspenseful intro. Actually, that's the only idea I had. I knew I wanted like a calm drone shots and then throw in like very fast-paced snippets of the car to give the audience the idea of what we're gonna be seeing. And I knew that music is going to be the main generator and driver of this emotion. So I went to Epidemic Sound, which by the way is not sponsored whatsoever, and I was searching through like a bunch of music. I didn't even know how to search for it. What I was searching for was a mix of sci-fi with like a thriller or scary movie vibe. If you like watch movies like Alien or Predator, you know that those scary moments or like suspenseful moments usually have a very dull sound that is repetitive. So it's like a and that one is very effective to create like a build-up. That's what I was searching for. It took me forever, and then I found this song. And oh my god, it fit perfectly. It has so many really strange and quirky sounds. Super interesting. In fact, my favorite part of the whole video is this moment of the wheel. Because you have this weird alien-like sound, and it fits perfectly with the shot of the wheel and this kind of movement of the light. Really cool. The cool thing about Epidemic Sound and also other subscription-based websites where you can download royalty-free music is that they allow you to download stems, which was really helpful for me because I felt like the The violin and also the main build-up music was a little bit too loud, and I wanted the drums and the bass to be the main drivers of the whole video. And then also I had the piano, which had a really nice dramatic touch to the whole epicness. So by downloading the stems, I was able to control the volumes of different instruments, which is really, really helpful. When it comes to the sound effects, well, the B-roll came with practically no sound whatsoever, so I had to recreate it myself. The only original sounds that you can hear are the small snippets that I took out of the original F performance video. Unfortunately, I could not find any place, and it wasn't in the B-roll, like changing the gears and pressing on the accelerator. So I decided I'm gonna take out those small moments because it helps to build that intro. Other than that, the rest was purely from press released videos that I downloaded on their website. So things such as the acceleration, the drifting, the ambient noise, all of that I searched for in the internet, managed to find something that sounded similar or interesting, and I added it into the video. The cool thing is that the music itself was so interesting that your mind is already occupied, that you don't need so many special effects. In fact, I reused quite a lot of them rather than searching for each individual unique sound effect for different moments in the video. So here is actually the video with no music, just sound effects. Pretty cool, right? But I'm sure that you will question some of the places that I put the special effects. And that is because some sound effects, I place them just purely by sound and emotion based on the music itself. So on its own, it doesn't really make sense, but when you put it with a song, it actually kind of helps to add a little bit of rhythm. A good example of this one is the hydraulic sounds. I initially intended to put it only in the time lapse with the people, just to mimic the sound as if they are installing the wheel to the car. But some parts of the hydraulics reminded me of the gear shifting when you install nitrous oxide in a car. So I thought, why don't I play around and just add it somewhere within my timeline? Another interesting moment is the ticking sound. It was a very last minute idea, but it's a good example where one sound can change the whole meaning of the video and also add dimension. In this case, without the sound, it feels like a car that is racing on a racetrack. However, once I added the ticking sound, it created the idea as if the car is racing against time, which just creates more tension within the video. Really, really cool. When it comes to the general editing and the workflow, I started of course with the intro, and once I did it, I had to figure out how to do the rest. And also I was wondering, how do I better link the intro with the main B-roll? Just going to a hard card did not really work. And that's where the idea of the tribute was created. I dug up the old press releases of 2014, actually the first one where there is a video B-roll of the car, because it came out in 2013. Once I downloaded it, I noticed that between the old and the new B-roll there is one scene where the cars seem very similar. So what I did was I took those moments and I aligned them together and resized them basing on the Lexus logo. And that moment where they aligned together perfectly became the cut. And then I just added like a light spark effect on top of it, just to create a feeling like we're jumping in time. Once that was created, then I actually jumped to the end of the whole B-roll just to see what's there. And that kind of led into me starting to edit backwards. The cool thing is that I started with the ends, creating the most intense moments within the whole video, and then went to the middle and found a better way to connect the more easy and introduction of the car to the intense moments. The most fun and interesting moments where I really had a blast and laughed a lot was when I had like happy accidents, where by mistake I did something that actually contributed to the whole video. A good example of this one is the black screen that you see in the middle of the video. You may think that this is a mistake, but actually it is intentional. The way it happened was I was building up the middle section, I think I got distracted or something, and I lost completely the vibe that I had within the middle shot. So I thought, okay, I'm going to review the middle section again, and then with the vibe in my head, I'm going to search for the appropriate B-roll section. And once I was playing it, I realized that actually the black screen works perfectly with the sound, because you have this sound. And at the same time, it also gives us a little like a breather before we go to the intense part. I don't know, happy mistakes? Don't know how it happened, but it works amazingly. Another example of this one is the final shot of the video where the car stops and you have the shakiness of the camera. The way it happened was I was searching for an effect that would help me to transition between these final moments of intensity where the car is driving very fast and the final shot where the car stops. I knew that something shaky or glitchy would definitely do the job, so what I did was I pulled up the shake effect, I put it in the timeline. It worked, but it was missing something. Now instead of deleting it because I liked it, I just pressed on the layer and I just moved it to the right randomly just to clear enough space to add the glitch effect to see how it works. And once I reviewed it, I realized that I moved the shaky effect right on the beat by accident or luck in this case, and it works perfectly. So I kept it there. I don't know, happy accidents made me laugh so much. And there you have it, a very fun and educational little video and edit that I did. Super happy how it turned out. Do let me know what you think in the comment section below. Do check out LEXUS and their videos, they're absolutely amazing. Once again, thank you for watching. Do consider subscribing, drop a like please, it really helps to support the channel, and I see you in the next one. Пока!